buy them, and these are the best. It's written by this. It's this. You can buy them at
Welcome to Red River Card Adventures. This is Meet Up with Mason. I'm your host, Mason. Hey. Okay, that was cringy. But on our show today, we have Andrea Rose. Good morning, Andrea Rose.
Good morning, Mason. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm here to, I brought my medicines here to help you with outdoor medicines for summer. And we have Plantain today. And I like to tell you what we can do with plantain or frog leaf, which I know it's called frog leaf. And but first of all, I want to say that this is the medicine I use and my family uses. I am not a medicine woman. I just like to use these medicines that help me in the family, and hopefully can help you as well. So Mason, when we're having summer, and what do we get a lot of in the summertime, no matter where you go?
A lot of sun.
A lot of sun, and what kind of bugs?
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes, right. So what I brought today will help you with mosquitoes, whether you're picnicking or anything like that, enjoying the sun, going to the beach, outside in the backyard, playing with your friends. This is the mosquito that can, this is the medicine that can help. So I brought today plantain, which people know it also as frog leaves. So this is frog leaves here, and it grows just about anywhere. Especially likes rocky area. And it kind of looks like this, has these big sticks in them, and they have big, big, big leaves. So this is a medicine plant, and so what you can do with that is when they're small, I have small ones here. When they're small, the whole plant is a medicine. But when they're small and they're as big as your thumb, so let's just look at this one. This one is about the size of your thumb, right? Let's see your thumb. So do you think that's the size of your thumb?
Yeah.
Okay, you can pick these leaves when they're the size of your thumb, and you can dry them out. And when they're dried, just like this, you can put them in a container like this, which we'll be doing later, and you will crush it into medicine. So you crush it into medicine, and you make kind of like a salve for yourself that you can carry in your backpack anywhere. And if you have, it's also good if you have a bite, if you have a bruise, if you have any kind of skin damage, like mosquito bite, anything, this is good for it. But also, when the leaves are big, like this, you can put them in a pot. You can put them in a pot, and you can boil it until it's a rolling boil. And then you can drink the tea. It's medicine for tea, like a sore throat in the summertime if you have allergies or asthma. And it's good for your throat, and it tastes minty, so it's pretty good. So you can make a mosquito spray. So you can drink it for sore throat or anything. Or if you feel a cold coming on, you can drink it. With the leftover, we never throw anything out. The leftover you can put in a container like this, spray bottle, and you've got afterbite. So if you're hit by a mosquito and you just sprayed on yourself, you can try it.
Do we have anywhere that have mosquito bite? Not on my arm, some on my leg, but I'll just... Oh, wow.
And so it'll work right away because it's got anti-inflammatory and antiseptic in it, like medicine. So it'll stop that stinging. So you've got your outdoor off that you could make by boiling the leaves. When these are fresh hot, after you made your off medicine, and somebody's has a sore hand, inflamed knee, or anything like that, while it's hot, you can also put it, because it still has medicine in there, and say your grandma has an aching wrist. You can put that in it and heat it over and over again. There's medicine in there. So these are just some of the things that we have. And like I said, boil the leaves for a rolling boil, drink it. You can add milk or sugar. You can add what you like to tea in it, or have it just like that because it tastes milky. And the leftover you can put for mosquito spray. So anywhere you go, at the dollar store, you can find those little bottles of spray. So you can fill that and bring it with you. So that's one of the things that we can do for plantain. And the stick is also a medicine. And the stick you pick, if you have diabetes in the family, you just pick this and you can put it in a hot tea, hot coffee, chocolate milk, and the medicine will release itself and it'll make you feel full so you're not hungry all the time. And if you want to try to lose weight, this is also what you could do.
That's cool.
So are you wondering where can we pick something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this kind of plant likes rocky soil, parking lots. I like to pick it at Bird's Hill in the parking lot because it grows huge there. And so you can pick it small to make an ointment, or you can wait till they're curly and big to make off or a drink for your sore throat.
So how do you pick it? Do you use your fingers or do you use a tool?
You could use your fingers. Everything is natural, so you do everything natural. So what you do is when you pick it, the thing for medicine that I learned from my medicine teachers is that before you get, you have to give. So if you have tobacco, you can put some tobacco down. Ask an elder to put tobacco down, and then you can then you can pick your medicine. So what you do is you put it down, and then you say thank you because it's alive. We're in touch with nature. It's alive. But you say thank you for your medicine, and we pick it, and they're happy to help. Our medicine are always happy to help. So this is where you can get it: rocky soils, outdoors, parking lots, at the beach. It literally grows everywhere. In the grass. You probably have some in your yard, but you just have to look for it, and it's there. And they usually have leaves that go all the way up. The lines, I mean. Usually it's big, and it has lines all the way up, at least 4. Usually has about 4 leaves, so you know that it's a medicine plant. And then it grows this big stem. Sometimes they're really big, so that's when you know it'll be frog leaf or plantain. And so that's one thing you can use to get rid of mosquito bites. So another thing is your sage. Your sage, mosquitoes don't like sage. So you can rub it all over yourself, or you can put it in a fire because the medicine, it has a smell to it. It has an oil, and the mosquitoes don't like that. So you can burn this. You can burn the sticks, and you can put this in the fire, and the smoke will get rid of the mosquitoes as well.
That's cool.
So you could do that with the sage stick. So that's where we got it. Like, you can pick it anywhere. How I got to using this plant is I went camping. And while I was camping and enjoying everything for 2 weeks, I got bit by all these bugs. And I broke out in hives. My face was swollen. I couldn't breathe. And my friend who was with me said, "Oh, just a second, I'm going to go in the bush." I didn't know what she was doing. She came out with these leaves, and she put them all over my face. And the medicine is automatic. I can feel the swelling go down, and I can feel the medicine working right away. And by the time I got to the hospital, the doctor at the hospital said if my friend didn't put this on me for medicine, that I probably wouldn't have made it. So this is why I collect and make this all the time. And it's free. It's free. And all you have to do is pay a little bit of tobacco, and then you can make as much as you want. I've never been in the hospital since. So this plant is really good for me and my family. We're allergic to mosquito bites. Anything that bites and leaves saliva in, we get breakout in hives. And then your throat starts closing in. And so I use this right away, and I don't have to get that bad. And the afterbite works just as well. And and then if I don't drink it, if I don't use it as this, I can use the medicine and put it on, like I have a bruise right here. It's good for bruises. So there's my bruise. And then I just put, the green is the medicine, so you got to make sure that the green, the frog leaves are on it. And then I cover my bruise, and tomorrow it'll probably gone or soon after. That's how quick this medicine works. And if you have a mosquito bite, and smell that, is that an okay smell for you to wear?
Yeah, it smells pretty good. Wow.
Yeah.
It smells good.
So it doesn't smell bad, and it works instantly. It's just a little gooey, that's all. So a little goo is good enough, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And then, so I brought extra medicines also. And so what I brought also is bear fat. So this is medicine also. And it's good for the summertime if you cut yourself or if you hurt yourself, if you're hiking. This is also, if you haven't got this on hand, then you can get, usually, I get this from an elder. If I don't get it from an elder, the Forks carry it. And it's bear oil. It's the same thing. And you can put it on cuts. You put on scrapes, burns. Have a smell at that if you want. How's that smell?
Smells all right. Actually, it smells pretty good.
So natural is good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is bear oil, bear fat, and I guess I'll use it because I don't want to waste. Maybe people don't like to waste. So this is what I brought out to you today because it's out there. All this stuff is out there in nature, and it's not at the store, and you can pick it. So another thing that I brought today is yarrow, white yarrow. Of course, this is dried, but if it was fresh yarrow, and you're outside and you're playing and you have a nosebleed, then you put the white flowers, fresh flowers, in your nose, and it'll stop the nosebleed. And also you can make a tea with that yarrow, with the yarrow. If you're sick, getting a cold in the summertime and you're feeling a little sick, you could look for yarrow. It's usually in the field. You can find some at the beach, in the field, anywhere where the long grass grows, you can get that. And it's a medicine for the tea. You drink the tea when you have a fever or the flu. And then it cleans you up, and then you'll feel happy and good again with that little plant. So it's, nature is really good to us and given us all these things. We just got to remember our old traditions and our old cultures and go back to that medicine, because every culture has medicine, especially the Métis people, or just like the Métis people, we have our own medicines as well. So this is pretty good to have and use, don't you think? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So I brought medicine also to make, and some books to show at the end. So we have, I forgot to tell you, like when you're picking for the solve, the medicine has to be what size again?
The size of your thumb.
Right. And then when you're making this medicine, when you're making your off, or when you're making your medicine to make your throat feel nice and smooth, then you're looking for these big leaves. Because when you're using the big leaves, there's not much medicine in here because it's grown quite a bit. So you don't want to have too much internal medicine. So you have, when we collect the big ones like this, that's to drink. When we're collecting for the little ones, for the solve, we want our skin to heal. So we want a lot of medicine in there. That's why we pick the thumb size. But this one here, I would say like somewhere in here in your palm. If it fits your palm like this and it's all wrinkly and jaggedy, then that's the good one to have for the tea. And then if you have leftover tea, you can also make the after bite.
Okay.
Yeah, you can put it in any bottle. I like spray bottles. But if you have a container at home, whatever you use, use what you have. Okay. Okay, would you like to make some medicine with me?
Yes.
Okay, so let's clear the table. This is what we're going to be making today, Mason.
Ooh.
Okay, so this I picked already. It's the size of your thumb.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want you to do is put it in this container.
All of it?
All of it.
Okay.
Okay, so you can crush it and put it in the container. So you can use your hands too, and we want to use every little bit of medicine that we have. So you can give it a good crush because that will help too. And then put it in here. So when we pick these plantain leaves, we let it dry on a piece of wood or a windowsill, and for about a week until they're good and crunchy. You say these are good and crunchy?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I want you to do is just take this, crunch it all up. Crunch it until as small as you can get it with your hands first. So you can go ahead and do that. Scrunch it really tight, put it, yeah. And then until you can get it nice and small. And anything that falls out, we put back in because it is medicine, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good job. It's already crushing. Good job.
Ugh.
Okay, and I'll help you too, since we're crushing. You can crush that, and then I'll crush this.
Okay.
I'll crush it on paper, and you can crush it on that. See how we're crushing it with our hands, and it's falling. Little bits are falling. Then you pick it up and you crush it again. See those little bits? That's how we want it to look, like those little bits. We want it small, small, small. So we want to crush it.
It's like I'm making a fire.
Yeah.
Get the little pieces in.
Yeah, so we want to crush it nice and small. And then when you think you have it crushed as much as you can with your hands, do you think we're there, Mason?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we grab this part, but we'll put this all in there. Okay, so now we grab this part and you're going to crush it with that. You're just going to crush the leaves. Nice and crunchy. That's it. You want it the size of like pepper, like the size of pepper, or as small as you can get it.
Some are really small, some are bigger.
Okay, let me just get in there.
Okay.
Because usually the string part, like the stem, is really hard to crunch, so we can take the stem out. Like the stem part. Okay, so crush away again.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you think that's hard work to make medicine?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. And you have to love what you're doing when you're making medicine, because you got to put that love into making your medicines and taking care of your medicines. Because if you love your medicine, it'll love you right back and heal you, right? Do you want me to have a try?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you can use both sides, you know, if you want. You can use both sides of this. So you just crush it, take it, crush it. It could have been dried a little bit more. If you're finding that it's a little hard to crush, you can dry it a little bit more. So, or else you can just take it and, because it is kind of wet a little bit still, right?
Yeah.
So you can crush it a little bit more. You could dry it a little bit more. Okay. So what you can start doing is we will be mixing, I'll put this here. How I make this solve, and it's different than other people. I try to put less in there so that my skin is sensitive. So I don't like to put a lot of stuff in my medicine. Otherwise, I get sensitive skin and it doesn't work. So you can put, when you're making this, you can put wax into it to harden your solve. And I like to use Vaseline. And this one here, Vaseline, is for babies. So it has less of everything in it. And it has a nice smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very good for sensitive skin to use the baby healing jelly. So that's what I like to use. You can also buy other kinds that are would have different smells in it, and so I like to use this one. But for now, did you want to take some of that petroleum jelly and put it in here?
Yeah.
And then we're going to add our leaves to it.
Like how much? Is that good?
Yep, put some in there. Because we're going to be filling this jar, so you can put maybe another, maybe
spoon?
you can use another one, yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, medicine people, our hands get, medicine makers, our hands get a little dirty, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would stop with 2. And then if we need to add more, we'll add the medicine. And then if it's too green, we got to me, I like it when it looks like relish. It kind of looks like relish.
It does look like
Then
relish.
I stop. Because any more than that, it gets too itchy for me. But you might like a little bit more medicine. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add this.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
And you can add it in the bowl.
Come on. Oh, I dropped some. There we go.
That's okay, because we can take it off of the table, too. Okay. Okay. And off of the table. Okay, so let's stir that up with this.
Okay.
Yeah. I like to use the little knife and the little spoons because they're just the right size. So mix it up good.
Trying to get, there we go.
Is it looking too green? And always look at this. Is it like this?
It's really white.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And I think I use shea butter for this one, Vaseline, because I also do like shea butter. So it might come to a different color, but that's okay as long as it works. Do you think we're ready to put it in a jar?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can use the spoon or the knife to put it in the jar.
Use my finger to take that off, and then probably get more. There we go.
And get it all out. It all wants to heal, so let's get it all out.
And it's kind of hard with the knife. I'll probably
Okay,
use the
so
spoon.
now we'll switch to the spoon.
Yeah, it's
Okay, I'll take that.
It's on my fingers. It's so sticky.
It is. It is. It's like jelly, right?
Yeah.
There you go. You're getting it all. You're getting all the medicine.
There we go. I think that's the most I can get.
And I say that's good enough.
Get off of the spoon.
Okay.
Get into the jar. There we go.
Okay, so there we go. We made a little jar for you, Mason. So what are you going to do with your medicine?
Probably going to use it.
Right, and what you can use it for is you can use it for cuts, bruises. You could use it for pimples. You can use it for anything that has to do with the skin. A rash, eczema, all that kind of stuff.
So,
Okay.
Thank you, Andrea, for joining us today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Have a great day.
Okay, and I'll just put these books. If you enjoyed our medicine talk today, we also have these books that you can purchase from McNally that also have Michif French medicine in it, and this herbs, what herbs are in your backyard for your medicine, and your medicine. We have different kinds of indigenous medicines, but this is what we use today. And thank you, Mason, for having me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.